All right, so we have the Jeep. So we have the Grand Cherokee back. She bring the new screen, so we're gonna go and put it on. Let's get to it. Okay, so everything is done. We're gonna make sure everything works, and then we can put the AC back. So we got sound. Time control works. Cool.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's a nice, beautiful, hot, sweaty, humid day here in Florida. How you feeling, Fernando?
Hot. Hot, sexy.
Really hot.
Did you put the radio back in that lady's Jeep?
I put the radio back into the...
Yeah, did she tell you what happened?
She was mad, she punched it.
No, I don't think she was punching it. If you guys caught it the other day, he had to pull a radio out of a Jeep so the lady could send it back and have his screen fixed because it was cracked. No, she was at the Home Depot and 2x4 went through the radio.
How?
Slammed on the brakes, 2x4 slid between the seats. Bam! $300 2x4. It actually was pretty good. She found a place here in Orlando that's what they do. I guess they fix the screens for the dealers. She drove right out there, got it fixed. 3 days later, she got a radio back.
Cool.
She's been driving around with no air conditioning.
Yes, nothing worse.
Sucks. Good for her. Happy ending. Well, $300 happy ending. It depends on how you look at that. Anyways, what we got today is this guy right here. This is a Kia Soul with no hamsters in it. Now, this is a strange one because it has everything. It has steering wheel controls, it has USB, it has auxiliary. The one thing it's missing is what, Fernando?
CD player.
That's right. They want a CD player. They want a CD player so much that they don't care about the steering wheel controls, Bluetooth from the steering wheel. They don't care about any of that stuff. All they want is a CD player. So what we're doing is we're putting in a Pioneer, this guy right here, the double DIN FHX 731 BT. For those of you guys that are going, what's a 731? It's the exact same as a 730. It's just one of those funky Pioneer limited distribution things. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and put this in. Some of you guys have asked for videos on this, like how do we do the radio and all that fun stuff. This isn't gonna be that video because we're not retaining any of the cool stuff. We'll show you how to get the dash apart so that at least get you some way. Other than that, we're just putting this basic radio in there so they can have a CD player. Let's join Fernando in the car, taking the radio out of the dash. All right, so for the most part, this panel here is gonna pop off of the radio. Get yourself a cool plastic panel tool, not one of those cheap ones. You want a nylon one. And it is in there really good. So just kind of work your way around to loosen it up. You gotta have a Superman fingertips in this business. Now, the funny thing you'll find is that you saw how hard we were pulling here, and then I just went like this, and this thing just popped right off. There is a magic spot on every one of these dash kits, and they're different in each car. So like this, it was here, but you'll tap it, and the whole thing will just pop right off. It's the weirdest magical thing you've ever seen. All right, so let's go ahead and unplug it. Now, the other thing too is let's take a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 plastic clips holding this on. 10. Seriously? All right, so we got the radio out. This little guy here, you want to either cut this off or push it down and keep it out of the way. Other than that, we should be okay. Let's go over to the bench and I'll show you the kits that you need. And Fernando's gonna go ahead and start getting the Bluetooth microphone installed. All right, so for this install, we're gonna use a Metro 99 7360B. Comes with a cool set of instructions. Comes with a pocket if you're gonna do a single DIN, and some screws for the pocket. You have some brackets to mount the radio, and then you have the front trim bezel. This is one of those kits that I absolutely hate, where you have to mount the radio and then put the trim on and then adjust the side brackets to get it just right. It doesn't actually attach to this, so lots of fun there. And then for the wiring harness, we're gonna use the best kits, BHA 7304. Let's go ahead and get the radio mounted so we can get that test fit out of the way. We've mentioned it before, metric kits, they don't give you any screws. So make sure when you're unboxing your radio, you set the screws aside that the radio came with so that you can screw them into the brackets. Alright, we're going to take this over to the car and see what we got to do to make it fit. Alright, so this lined up pretty good, so we'll go ahead and add a couple more screws to the side here. This is the bezel that we took off. On the back side of it is all those 200 clips that it has. To test fit it, go ahead and remove them because you don't want to have to pry it back off if you don't have to. This part of the kit here, what this does, this is the trim bezel, so how this works is there's 2 clips on the bottom, there's 1 clip on the top, and that simply just snaps into place, just like this. There's little clips on the sides. And there you go. That's it. So, and your dash looks like that. Now this harness is pretty cool. And the reason why is it has this green, orange, this blue, pink, and this black wire. 2 of these are for the steering wheel control. So if you're adding an aftermarket steering wheel control, these are the wires for them. This is one of the only harnesses that I know of that is pinned for the steering wheel add-on. Most of them you have to add pins. And of course from there it's just a standard harness. You have your yellow, red, black, blue, all these. You guys hopefully know what these are by now. Alright, so the harness is all set and ready to go. Let's join Fernando in the car and we'll finish this thing up. Here's your harness, sir. Your radio. Now we ended up having to cut the bracket that I bent down out when we did the test fit. Alright, go ahead and turn it on. Let's make sure it works before we snap this thing in place. Alright, let's go ahead and snap it in place. Alright, she's done. You know, sometimes it's just as easy as a simple radio. I mean, we do a lot of just radio installs. You know, you want to take your time, make sure it looks right, make sure you line up the kit, get everything looking pretty, because that's what the customer sees a lot of times. Even if you're doing an amp on a radio and you do an amazing job on the amp install, if the radio's crooked in the dash, that's all they're gonna see. That's why when we do these, you see us, you know, we take the little extra steps and we do everything you need to make the radio look as pretty as possible. Most of the time, that's all the customer's actually gonna see. Take your time. Make the radio look sexy. Today we have a 5-star special for you.
So stay tuned.
Today we're at my kind of art exhibit.
Legos.
The art of the brick. That's right, we're at a Lego exhibit. How cool is that? Let's go inside and check it out. You're a dork. So jealous. It's Paul Newman. That's his salad dressing, right? I know that wasn't Paul Newman. It's just funny.
See, they look the same.
Dude, he's got a T-Rex.
It's 80,000 pieces.
Bye.